Hey, it's Adrian from Cademy, and in this video I'll do a recap of what we've released last week. And we've not really pushed anything massive out, but we've done a lot of little quality of life improvements across the admin dashboard. So the week before, we've given this contact page a bit of a facelift to make it a bit more modern and clean and give ourselves more room to add more things in the future. We've done the same thing with the organizations page. So if I look at this organization now, you see that we have the fields with the different sections that you can customize. You can resize this, and this will go into two different columns if you want to display more information. And we've added a new feature called parent or child orgs. And you'll see that there's a new field where you can search and select a parent organization for any organization you have in the system. And if it has a parent, it will show above the company name here. So in this case, Cademy here is the parent of Cademy UK. If I open a organization that has child organizations or subsidiaries, they'll be showing here at the bottom left. You can also see that I have a new feature here called key contacts. And key contacts are great for you to be able to easily bookmark a few key people in an org that you constantly communicate with. So I can click to add someone new, and I can search for contacts in here, and then assign them either a key contact role or a billing role, and or both, right? So I'll have them listed here. Now, if I go to the enrollments tab to create a new booking for this org, and let me search for a course, and I'll pick a date. You'll notice that we've actually improved this sheet a little bit as well. So you now can resize this as well. And in the contact selector here, you'll automatically select the key contact on this organization, because I'm starting to a new booking from this organization page, and we're trying to autofill it as much as possible with the organization context. That being said, you can click and search and change it. We've actually improved this significantly, so it performs better, but also it's easier to search by name and email like you could before. But unlike before, you actually see the email underneath the contact name, so it's much more convenient. And you also see the company name right here as well. So if I search for Cademy Japan, we've added actually the ability to search by company name, not just by contact and email. So if I choose that person here, it will autofill these details further down based on the details from the company record. Okay, so it saves me as much time as possible when I go through this process. Now I can add more people like before. This is not changed, but what we have changed is the billing details. There used to be a button here to customize the invoice, and we've moved it into a dedicated section here because people would always tell us that they are missing or forgetting to add in the billing information. So we've made it a little bit more obvious in a dedicated section. So this will be either green or blue, depending on whether you're billing an individual or a company, but we kind of try and give you a highlight of who you're billing and what information you have on that record. So in this case, it says that we're billing this company. If I open this up, you actually will be able to see the full details that will be appearing on the invoice. So maybe I need to add in the PO number and maybe a specific due date. You'll see them reflected directly in these highlights. So hopefully at a glance, you'll be able to see whether you have the billing email or the address. And over time, you don't even have to expand on that to know what information you've provided or not. From here, this is new. You can choose whether you're billing an individual or an organization, which will change whose name is appearing on the invoice. At the top of the invoice, right? So I'll close this off, choose this, and this is actually quite useful as well. If I choose to create a new contact in this section here, because you can now resize it, it can go and expand and give you more room as well. So this size that I've chosen here will be remembered. So anytime I'm going to create a new booking and add new contacts, it'll always expand to this level. So I don't have to do this every time. But it'll give me more room. If you frequently add bookings to new contacts, you'll now have a bit more space to add this more quickly, I guess, and conveniently. So let me just ignore that and add the booking as is. We've actually improved the sheet that shows you the booking record as well. It's got a bit of a facelift as well. The contact name stays pinned at the top and the section stays pinned as well. And we've changed the design to be using cards. And the idea is that you'd be able to expand on this to use more of the screen space if you have a bigger screen. And if I expand the payment section as well, you'll see the billing again is reflected here in a dedicated card. If I go wide enough, eventually we'll open up, it will pull up the notes to the right from the bottom. And the idea is that we want to give ourselves a bit more room to add a few more features here in the near future. So stay tuned for that. And we wanted to kind of try and structure it in such a way that we have room to, or have the space to put those features in in the next few weeks. Okay, but this hopefully has just been polished a little bit to give it a bit more tender love and care. You'll see the invoice reference here. You'll see, for example, if a booking is syncing to Xero, you'll see a link directly here to view that invoice in Xero. You will see the contact details being pulled through in 2 columns here. All of these little touches hopefully make your life easier as you use the product day in, day out. Okay. And last but not least, it's worth mentioning on the invoices and Xero side of things, we've given you some extra options when it comes to syncing to, not syncing, but to setting up invoice due dates. So previously we would set the due date of the invoice based on the number of days that you'd set in here, or the course start date, whichever is sooner. And that's still the default option, but now you have extra options as well. So if you want to set the invoice to be issued to have a deadline of, or a due date 30 days after the course takes place, you can do that. You can choose this in the dropdown, you can choose the number of days, and that's giving you just a bit more control. And on that note, we've also improved a little bit the Xero app and kind of polished what information we send when you sync invoices to Xero, but also giving you the ability to set a default value for the PO that is synced over to the invoices that we can push to Xero. So all these little touches hopefully make your experience of using the product a little bit nicer. And stay tuned for some more updates coming in the near future. And in the meantime, if you have any feedback or requests, as always, message us. Thanks and take care.